Are you tired of the endless, often contradictory advice on what truly makes a diet heart healthy? One expert tells you to cut carbs, embrace keto or carnivore, while another vehemently insists on going vegan. Then there's Mediterranean, paleo. It's a confusing maze, leaving most people feeling lost and defeated. But what if I told you that after over a decade of helping patients transform their health through food, I've uncovered a crucial truth that's often overlooked, a secret that dictates whether any diet will actually work for you in the long run? Forget chasing the elusive, perfect diet you can only stick to for a few miserable months. The real breakthrough lies not in perfection, but in identifying the truly potent, high-impact foods that consistently prove their worth across all scientific research on heart disease, and integrating them into a sustainable plan you can embrace for life. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll not only discover these powerful plaque-reversing foods, but also learn which heart-healthy imposters to avoid, and even uncover surprising non-diet strategies that can accelerate your journey to a healthier heart faster than you ever thought possible. Before we dive into the specific foods that can truly make a difference, it's absolutely vital to understand the enemy, arterial plaque. Many believe it's simply high cholesterol or high sugar or even just high blood pressure, but the reality is far more complex. Plaque formation is a perfect storm of several factors converging. It begins with endothelial damage, a subtle injury to the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. Once compromised, LDL particles, specifically those containing ApoB, can slip through this damaged wall. What happens next is critical. Inflammation oxidizes these particles, triggering your immune system to intervene. Ironically, instead of repairing the damage, this immune response often causes the plaque to grow even larger, creating a vicious cycle where more oxidative stress fuels more plaque growth. Therefore, any truly effective strategy for heart health must target all these mechanisms, lowering ApoB, reducing inflammation, enhancing nitric oxide production to protect the endothelium and lower blood pressure, and calming that overactive immune response. One powerful pattern that consistently emerges from major studies and meta-analyses on diets battling atherosclerosis points directly to foods rich in lycopene. This vibrant carotenoid, predominantly found in red and pink fruits and vegetables, acts as an incredibly potent antioxidant. Think of the rich color in tomatoes, guava, watermelon, pink grapefruit, and papayas. That's lycopene at work. Its significance lies in its ability to counter oxidative stress, a primary driver of plaque formation that leads to cellular damage. By directly targeting harmful reactive oxygen species, lycopene can effectively reverse this damage. In fact, research has shown that high carotenoid levels may slow the early stages of atherosclerosis progression, with one observational study from Finland even suggesting that lycopene, particularly from processed tomato intake, may reduce carotid atherosclerosis, the plaque that can lead to strokes. Another recurring theme in heart health research centers around phytosterols. These natural plant compounds bear a striking resemblance to cholesterol and are abundantly found in nuts and seeds, especially flaxseed and sesame seeds. You'll also find them in legumes, whole grains, and a variety of fruits and vegetables such as carrots, broccoli, avocados, and many leafy greens. When consumed, phytosterols cleverly compete with dietary cholesterol for absorption in your intestines, which means less cholesterol makes its way into your bloodstream. However, the true magic of phytosterols goes beyond simple absorption blocking. Since most cholesterol in our blood is produced internally by the liver, not solely from our diet, the liver senses this drop in absorbed cholesterol. In an effort to maintain its own cholesterol balance, it starts actively pulling more LDL particles out of your bloodstream. Over time, this significantly reduces the amount of LDL, especially the ApoB carrying particles circulating through your arteries. This is profoundly important because high levels of LDL, and particularly ApoB, have been unequivocally linked to heart disease in numerous meta-analyses and Mendelian randomization studies, making it a key driver in plaque development. multiple meta-analyses affirm that incorporating more phytosterols into your diet can lead to a significant reduction in LDL, with an average decrease of about 14 mg per deciliter. Beyond these, flavonoid-rich foods are absolutely essential for any strategy aimed at reversing plaque. Flavonoids are natural compounds found in a spectrum of fruits like berries, apples, and oranges, as well as vegetables such as onions and leafy greens. Even dark chocolate is a surprisingly rich source. Their mechanism of action is crucial. When plaque begins to build in your blood vessels, it starts with LDL particles becoming trapped and damaged within the inner lining, undergoing oxidation and making the arterial wall sticky. This stickiness attracts white blood cells called macrophages, which then trigger inflammation, accelerating plaque growth. Flavonoids intervene by lowering the expression of these adhesion molecules, effectively making arterial walls less sticky. This reduces the attachment of cells, curbs inflammation, and encourages macrophages to function more calmly, preventing them from transforming LDL into its more damaging oxidized form. Among flavonoids, catechins stand out as particularly vital and can be found abundantly in green and black teas. A meta-analysis of 9 prospective studies revealed that simply drinking 3 or more cups of green or black tea daily was associated with a remarkable 21% reduced risk of stroke compared to those consuming less than 1 cup per day. Another incredibly powerful and consistently recommended nutrient is extra virgin olive oil. Its high intake is repeatedly associated with a significant reduction in major cardiovascular events, including heart attacks, across numerous studies. Olive oil boasts a rich profile of polyphenols and monounsaturated fats, both renowned for their potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. These components work synergistically to help smooth out and repair the damaged endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your arteries. Furthermore, olive oil may also help with insulin sensitivity and reduce systemic inflammation. By incorporating extra virgin olive oil, you're mechanistically targeting multiple critical steps that contribute to the development of atherosclerosis. When it comes to nurturing your heart, incorporating fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines is an excellent strategy. These fish are exceptionally rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, which are fundamental for maintaining healthy heart and blood vessels. Clinical studies have consistently shown that individuals who consume fatty fish 1 to 3 times per week enjoy a lower risk of heart disease and strokes. The groundbreaking multi-ethnic study of atherosclerosis, MESA, one of the largest and longest-running studies on heart disease, further reinforced this, finding that higher DHA levels were associated with a 12% lower risk of carotid plaque progression, the very type of plaque that can lead to debilitating strokes. These beneficial omega-3 fatty acids work by calming the immune response that exacerbates plaque development and by increasing nitric oxide production, which in turn stabilizes existing plaques, making them less prone to rupture and cause dangerous blood clots. However, focusing solely on what to add to your diet isn't enough. It's equally crucial to be mindful of certain foods that can actively harm your cardiovascular health. Unsurprisingly, processed carbohydrates are a major culprit. We're talking about items like pastries, many cereals, and any food loaded with added sugar or fructose. The most common offenders often masquerade as heart-healthy, but in reality, they're working against you. Take flavored yogurts, for example. Many are packed with excessive added sugar. A much smarter choice is to opt for plain, full-fat yogurts and add your own natural sweeteners or fruits. While most people are now aware that many breakfast cereals are essentially glorified desserts due to their processed sugars, beware of alternatives like many breakfast or granola bars. Despite their seemingly wholesome packaging, always scrutinize ingredient labels, as these too can be surprisingly high in hidden sugars. Another sneaky adversary isn't even a food, but a drink: juices. Whether it's apple, orange, or any other fruit juice, you're likely consuming a significant amount of concentrated sugars. Even if a label proudly proclaims no added sugars or only natural sugars, these sugars are still absorbed in a highly concentrated form, crucially without the protective fiber you'd get from eating a whole fresh fruit. While fresh fruits themselves are undeniably wonderful and heart healthy, it's incredibly easy to overconsume their sugars and fructose when they're in liquid form. Now, let's venture beyond diet for powerful, non-food strategies that can significantly expedite the reversal of atherosclerosis. Exercise, of course, is paramount for heart health, but there's one specific type that has shown compelling evidence in reversing arterial plaques. A randomized controlled study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology demonstrated that just 6 months of supervised high-intensity interval training, HIIT, led to a significant reduction in plaque volume. What's truly remarkable is that this plaque regression after 6 months of HIIT was even slightly greater than what they observed with statin intervention. While atherosclerosis develops over decades, and we still need more long-term data on how this translates to overall clinical outcomes, these initial results are undeniably promising and highlight the potent power of targeted exercise. Beyond exercise, one supplement deserves particular highlight due to its credible evidence in slowing the progression of coronary atherosclerosis: aged garlic extract. A double-blind randomized controlled trial showed that aged garlic extract can effectively stabilize vulnerable plaques. Furthermore, another randomized controlled trial revealed that participants who took aged garlic extract for a year experienced less progression of coronary artery calcification and also showed improvements in blood pressure. This makes it a noteworthy consideration for those looking to support their cardiovascular health. Finally, for an additional bonus tactic, I often recommend sauna therapy to my patients to potentially enhance cardiovascular health. While direct evidence demonstrating plaque stabilization or regression with sauna use is still emerging, there are numerous compelling indirect associations. Studies indicate a link between sauna bathing and improvement in endothelial function. Moreover, meta-analyses suggest that sauna can help with blood pressure. Although most current evidence is based on observational and mechanistic data, the collective indirect support for its health benefits, not only for heart disease but also a significantly lower risk of all-cause mortality, is quite substantial. Based on the available evidence, albeit imperfect, I believe it remains a worthwhile intervention to explore if you have access to sauna facilities. I sincerely hope this comprehensive guide provides you with actionable insights for a healthier heart.